So as you guys can see from the title, today we are doing the Makeup Rehab Beauty Bank series that I've been doing this year. You guys, we have quite a bit on this table right now. I have a lot of explaining to do. So this is where I share with you guys purchases and empties, pans that I have hit on makeup items. This is a project that I am doing on my own just to show you guys how I share my accountability when it comes to purchases and things. I've been really good. It may not seem it, but I promise you guys I'm actually doing pretty good. There are certain things that I did purchase in the month of April towards the end that has yet to arrive, so I'm just going to count them for May's beauty bank because they're not in my possession, so technically they're not here to account them into my makeup collection. So if you're interested, stay tuned. But first, if you're new, welcome. Alejandra, I go by Alex, eyeshadow enthusiast with a Dash Project Pan. If that is something you like to see on your feed in the future, subscribe and join us. And now let's get on with my beauty bank. So as I've mentioned, this is my version of a low buy kind of accountability. I'm not technically on a low buy. I just wanted to share with you guys how I do and what I do with purchases and empties and how I'm counting them. So I am counting empties and pans and purchases into this whole entire makeup thing that I'm doing, Rehab, just to see how much is coming in, how much is coming out. Am I using enough to justify what I'm bringing in and vice versa? You guys know that eyeshadow is my jam. That's what I mainly bring in, and a lot of other stuff gets taken out, but I'm happy. I'm actually happy with the way this is going. Now, this is going to be, next month will be my last update, and then I will reintroduce this project for the second half of the year to see if I need to adjust it a little bit or anything. I only did this till June 1st, I believe, is the last day where I'm doing this part. And then I'll reintroduce it for the rest of the year because the rest of the year is where it's a little bit harder for me. And I might need to tweak it a little bit. Right now, it's the easy seasons for me. The second half is the harder season. So let's get into it. Okay, so I have my purchases. I'm gonna do, Yes, I'm gonna do purchases first. And by the way, if you do not know how I do this project the series and you're interested, my description box has all of my personal rules, how I am doing it. Everyone's doing it differently, so you can tweak it to whatever you feel like works for you. But this is the way that I'm doing it. So, purchases this month, you guys. We ended up, obviously this month we had spring break, so we took the kids one day to the outlets to buy them summer things to prep them for the summertime, just because we knew that we were going to get tied up. June, I've always said it every single year, June is by far my most busiest month of the year. There's so much going on, and I have 3 kids that end school, and they're on 3 different schools, so it's like a lot of things. So I'm very absent when it comes to social media in June. So we wanted to prep before June came, that we had everything set for them when the temperature changes. So anyway, we were there, and of course I could not go there because it's an hour away and not visit the CCO. So I did purchase something. I ended up purchasing 2 things. One of them is a replacement, so I'm not counting that. But it was an awesome deal, so I got it. And this was something that I've wanted for a long time. But because I have too many, I didn't want to. But when I saw the price of this, I said, you know what? It's worth it. I found this at the CCO. This is the Clinique Cheek Pop in Cola Pop. I've always wanted this shade. This is a shade, like this formula in general is a beautiful formula if you don't want a very pigmented blush. And this color is perfect in this formula because it's not in your face. This is a nice sheer, like brownish type of like reddish. See, it's not that in your face, which I can appreciate. This is really, really pretty. And I don't have many colors like this. I've always wanted this shade and Fig Pop, but Fig Pop wasn't there. I paid $6.25 for this blush. $6.25. I could not leave it there. It was the best deal. And I don't know if they're discontinuing these or not. I'm not sure. But this was the only shade that they had and the one that I actually wanted. So I did purchase this. So I am deducting myself 1 point. Oh, and I didn't even say, we are starting out this month with 20.5 points. So now we're deducting 1 point for that. So now we're at 19.5. I had forewarned you guys that I already had purchased or wanted to purchase 2 palettes. By the time that video went up, I already had purchased them. The first one is the Menagerie Sugar Rush or Sugar High palette. This is what I'm wearing on my eyeballs today. I'm currently testing this out. This is what this palette looks like. So stay tuned for some sort of video coming up. But I really like it. It's beautiful. It looks like Candyland on my eyeballs. So I am deducting another point for my beauty bank. So I have now 2 deductions. The other palette that I told you guys I would purchase is this one. This is the Two Moods palette by Give Me Glow. These are one of the 2 brands that I love to purchase every single release because I love them all. Now this is more of a mauve-y kind of palette, which is not really my jam all the time, but it is beautiful. And I love the formula. So I have been playing around with this one. I've only used this one twice. So I'm still playing around and testing this one out as well. Because all these 2 palettes came during spring break and I was not having it. I was just chilling with my kids and my family because Mr. Man took the week off as well. So I didn't get an opportunity to play with them last month, but I'm currently testing these out for this month. So this is the 3rd purchase I did this month. And you guys, yeah. Okay, so this was not planned. But when I saw it, this was my opportunity to purchase this. I ended up purchasing a small and large box from Odin's Eye. So both boxes are in here. They're currently in here. I got a total of 4 items in the small box, 7 items in the large box, which was a mistake. I reached out to Odin's Eye because it was supposed to be 8 items and I was under the value of what it was supposed to be. So they are shipping me my missing item. So there will be 1 more item added to this. It's just not here yet, obviously. I'm not counting these items individually into my beauty bank because I purchased a box and I had no idea what was going to be in the box. So I'm only deducting myself 2 points, 1 for the large box, 1 for the small box, because I paid for a box, not me choosing these items, if that makes any sense. If I were to individually choose each of these items, put them in my cart and purchase them, then that's a different story. But because I purchased mystery boxes, I'm only deducting myself 2 points, even though my numbers are going to go real high because I got a bunch of stuff, but it's only 2 more points. So in total, I'm deducting myself 5 points this month for 5 different purchases I did in the month of April. Again, like I mentioned in the beginning, there are other things that I did purchase that have yet to show up on my doorstep. They will be deducted for the following month. So I'm not counting them because they're not in my possession. So 5 points, we're deducting 5 points. So we went from 20.5 to 15.5 in my beauty bank. I keep calling it points, but it's credits. You guys know what I mean. You guys know what I mean. All right, so let's move on to now. Let's add some credits back into my beauty bank, shall we? Because we deducted 5. Let's see how many I can add. So some of these might be spoiler for other project pans, but that's okay. And then some things were not in project pans at all. So the first empty that I have is this Anastasia setting spray. Finished this one up. So I'm adding myself 1 point. I ended up using up this eyeliner. This is the Laura Geller waterproof eyeliner in charcoal. I've had this for a long, long time. As you guys can see, it is completely emptied. It was okay. It was like a charcoal shade and it worked well with a shadow that I was using in my pan, those eyeshadows. So it worked out well and I didn't have that much left in it because I don't think she does this packaging anymore. This is how old this is. So I am also deducting myself, I'm adding myself another credit for this. This, you guys, finally finished this. It's my Laura Mercier Duo Brightener and Corrector. Because this has 2 products, 2 of them, and I finished both sides, I am adding 2 more credits. So I had this side that was finished in a project pan, and then this side finished in another project pan. So because I finished 2 in 1, like these are 2 products, I'm adding myself 2 more credits to my beauty bank. This eyeshadow, this is the Laura Mercier All Natural shadow. This was beautiful. I really, really like this, and I'm contemplating on purchasing one to use as a shadow base once I'm done my primers. This was gorgeous. Loved every bit of it. Finished this one off, so I'm adding another credit. Ooh, you guys, I'm excited about this one. Eyeliner. I finished my MAC Absolutely It Pro Longwear Liner. You guys, finally finished this one up after having it for so many years. So that's another credit. And then my Fiona Styles Traction also got finished this past month. Finally, after panning this for over 6 months, the longest I've ever had a liner, a lip liner, the longest I've ever had one to pan. So I'm adding this credit back in as well. And the last product, and I just finished this about 2 days ago, so this was like right there, wasn't sure if I was gonna get it in. My Ilia lip mask that I was using, oh my goodness, this is done, and I loved every second of this one as well. Completely finished this one off. I mean, I dug my nail to get the grooves out of there because I really, really love this a lot, and it helped me out, especially with the allergy seasons, because I wasn't getting allergies. As you guys can see, I don't have allergies this season. Amazing. But I did have dry lips. I don't know why. I guess the pollen was still drying out my lips. Even though my eyes were still itchy, but not, I'll take the itchy eyes because I can handle that over everything else. So I'm not complaining. But anyway, I finished this because I needed it a lot more this season. So that's another credit being brought in. So if you were keeping tally, that is eight credits being put back into my beauty bank, you guys. So I purchased 5 things, but I emptied out 8 things. And that's what I don't care if I purchase something as long as my empties are higher than my purchases. And I am. 5 and 3, that's amazing. But I'm not done, you guys. I'm not done. This month I also hit a bunch of pans, which also include or are part of this, and that's half a credit for each pan. So here we go, you guys. The first one that I have is from the Violet Voss Fruit Sorbet. The pan that I hit was this one right here. I already had pan on this. I wanted a pan partner, so I hit pan on this, so that's half a credit right there. My Nikki Tutorials palette, this one, I wanted to hit a second pan as well in this one because I already had one pan. So I was able to hit pan on this shadow. I don't know if you guys can see it there, but there it is right there. I was able to hit pan on this one, so that is 1 point right here. Then in my pan, those eyeshadows, I hit pan on this shade right over here. So that is another half a point in this Antilles palette. And the final pan is from my Beauty Bay Book of Magic, which came from this brown shadow right here, which is another half a point. So this is also 1 more point. So in total, I have 4 pans. This is going to be 2 points in total that I'm adding back to my beauty bank. That's credits. Credits, Alex. Stop saying points. It's credits. My goodness. I'll get it one day. So because I'm adding 2, I had 23.5 with the 8 empties. 2 more. I am at 25.5. Woo! So you guys, I cut myself a bunch of points last month. I started out with 20.5 points this month. With my purchases, my empties, and my pans, I am up 25.5 points. That to me is awesome. I was able to purchase a few things, but I still was able to bring up my credits. That's awesome for me. As the weather is warming up, I don't know. This year might be my turning point year where I can actually keep this flow going and not go overboard for the summertime, even into the fall. I feel like from June till like November, October, I go crazy. But I feel like this year it's going to be a little bit different because of a lot of different situations happening in my personal life. Nothing bad, but I feel like I'm good. I'm good, you guys. This year has been my chill year, my stress-free year, my year where, you know what, I don't need all that new stuff. I like my new stuff here and there, but it feels good to be able to buy what I want and actually use it and review it like what I'm doing now and not feel like I'm rushing and hurrying it up because the next release is coming and I want that next thing. I've been becoming I have become more selective, more particular in what I want. And it's helping me out a lot. It really is. I've been chill. I've been good. I haven't had that anxiety or that problem where I'm like, oh, I need to have the next one, but I really want it. How am I going to get it? Like, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I'll figure out a way of how to grow my channel without having new releases often it's been a struggle for me to continue to have my channel grow because I get stuck in certain times of the year. I get stuck because I'm not showing the newest release. But the good thing is I haven't been showing you guys PR, but I've been so grateful and so thankful that in the month of April, I got a ton of PR that I typically wouldn't get any other year. So it has kept me excited and happy and content with trying new things that I really do love without having to spend too much money. I'm still supporting brands, but I'm not having to buy everything because certain brands are sending me things. Now, I don't know how it's going to be the rest of the year. I don't know how often things are getting released. And the best part is the brands that are sending me things are brands that don't release so much, so often that it gives me the opportunity to play with their products as well. And I love that. I love supporting brands that give me the opportunity to love and enjoy what they're releasing and not having to rush for the next thing. And I think that's where my anxiety has been chilled because I've fallen in love and enjoy and chosen the brands that I'm supporting that aren't releasing constantly. So it's giving me that relaxed mode where I can use things, go back to them, play with them more, try it this way, try this month, try it next month, you know what I mean? So it's been fun. It's been a lot of fun, you guys. So that's it. Next month, you are going to see new purchases because of things that I've purchased this month that haven't, or, well, in April, I should say, because we are in May. I'm an idiot. I purchased in in April that haven't come in, so I'll show them for you guys for the month of May. Other than that, I am gradually going to, actually, I have 2 more pans that I didn't even introduce in here. I'll save those for next month. But I do have some more empties coming up soon that'll be included in next month. So anyway, right now I'm just jabbling and babbling and I'm going to get going because I'm sure this is going to be a long video as it is. So thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know how your low buy, no buy rehab kind of thing is going for you guys. I love to hear what you guys are doing to help yourselves out. I hope this is helping somebody out to enjoy this. So thank you guys so much for watching. More videos on the screen for your enjoyment. Until then, adios.